today me and Holly are just taking a little bit of a break, and we've decided to head camping. We're just out in BC today, having a little bit of some us time. We're headed up to Lussier Hot Springs, which is just outside of White Swan Lake Provincial Park. And yeah, we're going on a little camping adventure. You might remember Lussier Hot Springs because in one of our previous videos, when we went to Fernie, we actually did a little night trip out to the hot springs to go for a dip. But we didn't show you guys too much, but today we're going to go into a little more detail, I guess, about our trip, and we'll take you guys along for the ride.
Last time we were at Lussier Hot Springs, it was the middle of the night, in the winter time, and it was totally dark. So today we're going to get to see Lussier Hot Springs in the daylight.
Well, it's about 4 p.m. We're not going to arrive there till about 6 anyways, and we're going to head there and set up camp and yeah, see how the night goes, I guess. We can't stay too long because tomorrow morning we're heading out to Cochrane to a rodeo protest. So our time is limited, but we're going to make the best of it. You guys remember my previous video? I did a whole video about Bill C-205, the John Barlow bill, and I have great news to report. That bill is being killed because Justin Trudeau wanted to go to an election, he wanted to have a majority. That bill is not going to make it. It did not get passed. You know, it doesn't mean that it won't be introduced again in the future, but at least it's good news for now.
So because we're having a federal election this fall, the bills that are pending and haven't been passed into law yet are cleared and dissolved. They would have to come up again in the future to become bills again. But pending bills that aren't approved, that aren't made into law yet, are dissolved before the election is done. Who are you going to vote for, Ryan?
I'm not in any position to endorse one party or the other. That's not what the Ryan Joe Show is about. We'll keep our opinions apolitical for now. Be high as a kite by then. Oh, I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. We just arrived here at Lussier Hot Springs. This is it. Just kind of like a out of the way place on a back logging road up here in East BC. And yeah, there's a little trail down here to the bottom. We're gonna walk down and go check out the bottom. So this is Lussier Hot Springs. This is the setting. It's kind of like at the bottom of a river valley. The water that comes into the pool from way up on the hill and feeds the pools. The water actually comes from the center of the earth, and it's volcanic activity, kind of like what you'd find at Yellowstone. It's sulfur water as well, and actually the sulfur can be good for your skin. And ancient indigenous people used to come to this place, and they would see it as like a place of healing.
We found a campsite. It's right by the river, and we already went on a little hike, and we found some fish in the water, red fish that Ryan says is brook trout. He knows because he actually knows a lot about fishing because he used to be a fisherman. And anything that Ryan does, he learns a lot about. But he's not a fisherman anymore. He just remembers from his fisherman days. So anyways, check out our tent. We have found this wooden thing and we put the tent on top of it. And it's gonna be really good. We're gonna sleep so nicely tonight. And we have a river beside us to listen to and a campfire site. And it's gonna be a really beautiful night. Ryan has been here lots of times before, so he knew about this site. There's some cows here. Oh no, they're scared of us.
Well, they probably, these cows, they're just sort of left out here on their own. I don't imagine, it's probably, as animal ag goes, maybe it's a good life, because a lot of animals spend their time in a shed locked up their whole lives and don't get to see the light of day. At least these guys get to run around out here, but they're just sort of left out here to their own devices. Like the rancher drops them off and they pay a little bit of money to be allowed to graze their animals on this land, and they're just sort of left out here to their own devices.
I think it's really unfair to the cows because the ground is uneven. There's a lot of rocks. There's a lot of drunk humans out here. It's not a peaceful environment at all for them. And I think that they deserve better. There's predators, and obviously they're scared of us. They probably haven't had the greatest encounters with humans.
No, and after they spend X many amount of time out here, they're going to go to a feedlot anyways to fatten them up. And then they're going to market that as, farm fresh, grass-fed, free range, all that good stuff. But it's really, they get to graze for a little bit and spend a little bit of time out in nature here. But it takes 3 years to finish a cow on only grass. And that's just time that most people are not willing to put into them. They want their animals done in 12 to 18 months to be able to put them to market. You just can't finish an animal on just grass alone in that amount of time. You need to fatten them up in a feedlot. We just had a quick early morning soak. The hot springs is about 40 degrees Celsius and the upper pool, so it's quite hot. And normally we can't sit in there too long, so we soak for about 20 minutes. The minerals they're really good for your skin. Your skin absorbs all of that stuff, so I feel it was a healing experience. And now we're just heading down this crazy logging road back to civilization in the middle of nowhere.
We just got to Cochrane and we're here to do a rodeo protest, opposing the abuse that happens at these events, which are not family fun. So we have some signs here that were made by someone. Yeah, tradition is no excuse for animal abuse. And we're here at the Cochrane Rodeo to oppose the abuse that's going to happen today. I hope no animals get hurt, but I'm sure there will be.
Well, of course they will be.
Of course they will be.
They're going to be forced to perform anyways.
Yeah, rodeo relies on animals experiencing fear and pain for human entertainment, and that's the bottom line. Rodeo is not fun.
Well, not for the animals that are forced to perform. So this is the rodeo here in Cochrane. And you can see one reason why our opinions aren't super popular in this area. Take a look at every single one of these election signs you can see here. He's a conservative. Actually, this riding, Banff Airdrie Cochrane, has 3 or 4 different conservatives running right now. So we got the PPC, we got the Conservative Party, we got the Maverick Party, which is that first sign over there, and we also got Derek Sloan, who's running as an independent. I'm not sure about this person, who they are.
Some calves coming in.
Hey, buddy. How do you think it went today, anyways?
Well, I think that we created a space here for the animals to be considered. There's no room at all here at the rodeo for animal welfare to be considered. These guys think they take such good care of the animals, but yet look how they treat them. I witnessed horses being brought in and even baby cows being brought in one horse trailer. Lots of people upset with us here, but a few people who honked and supportive, and a few people who give us thumbs up. Some people are in solidarity with us, so appreciate them.
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
Well, I think it went just about how it always goes, you know. We probably didn't get through to too many people, and the people we did probably don't go to rodeo anyways. Now, even in super conservative country, like we can see how conservative it is. We have 4 different conservative federal candidates right now. Even here in conservative country, not everybody goes to the rodeo. And in fact, it's only, a very select few that actually do.
Yeah,
So
we've had lots of people supporting us, honking and thumbs up.
I have hope that one day that this will be a thing of the past. We just got to keep up the pressure.
It must end because rodeo relies on animals experiencing fear and pain for human entertainment. It's just so unfair to the animals. Not only do they have to feed us and clothe us with their bodies, but they also have to entertain us. It's just so unfair.
It's completely useless.